is Jose with Triangle Systems, and today I'm going to have a video for you how to set up a point-to-point link using our Altum AC radios. Pretty simple process, nothing complicated. We're going to need what we have on the table here. We're going to need 2 Altum AC radios and 2 power PoE injectors. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our power injector, and the power injector, the PoE, is going to have 2 ports. So these 2 ports are labeled. One is labeled PoE, one is labeled LAN. The PoE goes directly connected to the actual radio, and the LAN goes to my computer for the initial setup. After that, it will go directly to the switch. So we're going to turn them on right now. We plug into our AC outlet here. We will take one of our cables. We connect the PoE port. Then we're going to connect it to the LAN port, which is the one closest to the LEDs here. These LEDs will indicate the signal strength of the radio. So when we initially turn this on, we're going to have 2 LEDs only, the power LED and the Ethernet indicator light. So let's go ahead and turn it on. There we go. So now we can see that there's 2 LEDs. On the far left is the green. The first one is the power indicator. I don't have a cable plugged into my LAN port yet, so the second LED, it's barely linking. So now we're going to take from the LAN port and connect it to our computer. The first thing we want to do is we want to set up our AP side first. So once I have it connected, we're going to come to our computer and we're going to check our open network preferences. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our computer is in the same subnet range as our AP. By default, the IP is 192.168.1.1. We're going to make sure that our computer is in the same IP range, only has a different IP of any of the radios. For this example, my AP is going to be .1 and my station is going to be .2. My computer is going to be .5. So, do we have it set up here for us? So .5, subnet max /24, and gateway .1.1. Okay. First thing we want to do is we want to ping the device first. So we get a good ping from the device. Let's stop it here. Now we're going to go into our web browser. I'm going to use Google Chrome for this. 192.168.1.1. We're going to get the login of the radio first, the first screen we get. Now, on the top left, we're going to see the radio model, the device name, and the firmware version 1.73. That is the latest one. Username is going to be admin. Password by default is triangle. Now, out of the box, every radio, Altum AC radio, comes configured as a client WDS US point-to-multipoint 2. Now we're going to change that configuration on the AP first. We said we're going to leave this at .1, so I'm just going to briefly go over the network settings. Go to interfaces. Now you have 2 options here, your WAN port and your LAN port. Your main management interface is always going to be the LAN port, which is the Ethernet closest to the LEDs. That indicates the signal strength of the radio. The one opposite to it is the WAN port. That is used only for a hotspot feature configuration. Now we're going to leave this one alone at .1 because we're not going to change it. I am going to go into the LAN settings and show you where it's changing. Now, we go to network again, go to Wi-Fi. We have 2 settings on the Wi-Fi. We have our 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, which is our hotspot or AP repeater, and we have our 5 GHz backhaul. And here we're going to click Edit, and the radio has default settings. So first we're going to change US country code. It's going to be a point-to-point link, so we're going to use US point-to-point 1. If we select 1, it's going to put us on the 5.2 GHz. Now it says here, please refresh the web page when you change the country code to see the corresponding list of channels. So now we do Wireless profile is going to be 802.11 AC. Channel spectrum, we want to choose the biggest channel, so we'll do 80. Channel, we leave it auto. Channels of power max. Now, interface configuration. This is where we select either this radio, an AP, or a station. We said first, we always configure the AP first. So we go to mode, select access point WDS. We hit save and apply. We're going to leave everything default. SSID can be left default. As a user, he can change it whatever he wants to be. It could be specific to the actual project, to the pad itself, whatever it has to be, but it has to be the same on both sides of the link. So we're going to wait for this to finish. While you apply the changes, you'll notice that on the top left, you're going to have a scroll wheel. It's going to keep turning until it's finished. Now, after we do applying changes, we set this to be the access point WDS. We're going to refresh one more time. The reason why is because since this is a point-to-point link, now this unit, the AP, has the field enabled for the point-to-point MAC. That means that this radio must have the far side's MAC address for it to talk to each other. So we have the field here. So here, we're going to give it the point-to-point MAC address of the far side radio. So we take a radio, the far side radio, and we look at the sticker here. It's going to say the MAC right on top of the label here. Make sure it's a little bit closer. So right there, that is the MAC address that we see right here. So we'll take this and we'll put it in here. Okay. 6.3. We'll do save and apply. With this process, this radio now knows his far side's MAC address. Now we can double check that this unit is mode access point WDS, SSID is default, and the point-to-point MAC is the MAC address of the far side radio. Okay. Now it's always best practice to do system reboot after making all the changes. Reboot that one. Well, this one's reboot. We can start and power out the other unit. So we get our PoE. We connect the PoE port, and we connect it to which one? The closest port to the LEDs. This is my LAN port. There we go. Now when testing this on the bench, remember they're going to have the same default IP. So we said before, for this example, this is going to be that 1, that 2, and that 5. So the first thing we got to do once we connect it and power up is go in here and change the IP. So we're going to connect our another cable from the LAN port to our computer's network card. In my case, it's a USB dongle. Now we're going to ping it one more time so we know it is active. Okay. So we're going to log in to the web browser with the default IP 192.168.1.1, triangle default password. Oh. It's case sensitive, so you should only use lower caps. Now this is a default unit, so it has default IP and default settings. First thing we do, go to network, interfaces, and change our LAN interface IP. We set .2 for this device. Save and apply. When we save and apply, it's going to kick us out. It's going to appear the login screen again. But now it's going to be .2. There we go. So now we go to the wireless interfaces. Go to Network, Wi-Fi. We select the 5 GHz interface, which is our backhaul. Again, country code is going to be back to US .1. Wireless profile is going to be 802.11 AC. Channel spectrum, 80 MHz channel. We're going to use the biggest one. Channel will leave auto. Transfer power max. Mode. This is our station LODS, so we don't have to change the station. However, we did change the country code. So we need to do save and apply. After saving and apply, when we save the changes, we now told the station there's going to be a point-to-point link. However, every time we change the country code, we need to refresh the entire web browser so we can get the point-to-point MAC of the Fireside Radio. There we go. So now we actually have the field for the MAC address of the AP. As we said before, where can we find it? You can find it on the label right next on the radio or inside the status page on the radio. We're going to take it from here today. Okay, 0001 DE 3D, and it's going to be 63 8B. There we go. Save and apply one more time. After this is saved and applied already, we go back to System. And again, best practice after changing country code is to reboot the device. So we're going to have to reboot it. When the radios are associated, you're going to see the front, the LEDs. The LED indicators are going to be lit from the right to the left. It's going to tell you the signal strength. Now here, we have it already locked. So you can see the first two are power. Ethernet is going there. And there's no strength. So we have amber, red, amber, and then 2 green. So that means a good signal here. So we're going to wait for this device to come back. We're going to ping it with the new IP address. It's back already. I don't have a login screen again. Oh, lower caps. Okay, so radio is back now. So we're going to log back into it. And on the landing page, we can see on the station unit, we're going to have our status, link status. We have our RSSI, -20 dBm. This is pretty good. Remember, this is on a bench test, so here odds are it's going to be really strong signal. So you can put it facing down the table, lower the power if you want, and the TXCCQ value here, which is our second bar below the RSSI, is our signal quality. We want that as high as possible. So from now, I'm connected directly to the station side. I'm going to go over the air to the AP side. Can get to it. Good. On the station unit, we're going to see associated stations. Now remember, this is a point-to-point link, so it should only have one station associated with it, only one. You can see it here, and all the necessary information we need from it as well. Now we can ping across to that one to see the ping responses. So we can get across a link with no problem. And we're done. That is that simple to set up a point-to-point link using the Altum AC radios. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on social media, and we'll see you on the next one.